Hello, FlossTube. Today is Sunday, March the 14th, 2021. My name is Shelly, and this is my channel, Proverbs 31:22. I've already done this video this morning, and I'm having to redo it on my phone, which I don't like, because I don't know where to look. And I also just don't like the angle. But anyway, my computer's been telling me that my memory's running low, and I thought I had enough. My video was less than 30 minutes long today. So I'm not sure why, I'm not sure what's going on. Because whenever I film, after I upload it to YouTube, I delete it from my computer. So I don't have any idea why it won't let me record one today and save it, since it was half the length of my normal one. And I just did one last Sunday, and it saved it fine. So I've deleted everything I can think of to delete off of it, and it's just not working. So I need to figure something else out. But for today, my phone will have to do. So if you're new here, this is a channel about quilting and cross-stitch and a little bit of life information, but mostly just stitching. So I didn't touch a whole lot of whips this week. It was a little bit of a weird week. I had Quilt Guild on Tuesday, and then I had tax appointment on Thursday, and seemed like there was something else. Anyway, I just did a lot of running around, so I didn't get a whole lot of stitching in. Then we also had basketball games. Thursday night, my younger grandson had one, the first game of his tournament, and then yesterday, both my grandsons had games. My older grandson's team did not win, so they're out of the tournament. But my younger grandson's team did have their first win yesterday, so they move on, and we'll have another game on Friday. Whoever that is, I'm doing my video. My grandsons are here right now, so. And like I said, I've already done this once, so it's a little nerve-wracking. My daughter and her husband are coming over for lunch, and the SEC championship game is at noon today. It's currently, let's see, it's currently 11 o'clock, so I'll need to get this done and everything. But anyway, okay, so what did I stitch on this week? First of all, let me show you some stuff that I found. I did go to Michael's on Monday and bought some storage containers, not containers, but like storage towers. And so when I was putting stuff away in those, I ran across these old pieces of cross-stitch. So I figured I would show those today. So this first one, I have no idea where it's from. It is, it was supposed to be for my younger daughter. And you're supposed to cut away the middle and put a photograph. And that intimidated me, so I never did finish the stitching, but I never did put the photograph in it. So I think I'm maybe more confident to do that now. So I may end up finding one of her pictures and, put in my family picture wall, or I may just do it for a gift for someone. So I have no idea where the pattern came from. I don't have anything on the pattern anymore. Then this other piece, I do have the pattern for. This piece right here is from this little booklet. And my younger daughter was born in 1990, so this is from when she was a baby. Her bedroom was teddy bears, and so, but I never did finish this little piece for her. But I don't have very much to finish, left to finish it. Just another balloon, the border, and then the words. So I may do this for a baby gift. Isn't it so cute? I love teddy bears. It looks like it's just stitched on Ada. When I stitched before, I didn't really stitch on anything other than Ada. So those are some old finishes. I did do some quilting this week. The quilt on the wall behind me is Corey Yoder's A Very Coriander Christmas pattern. And I'm doing the block of the month with Fat Quarter Shop. So I got, let's see, this block right here is the most recent block that we got. So I got finished piecing that this week. And I talked last week about instead of using scraps for leaders and enders, that I was going to actually piece another quilt, which is this one right here. And so I did get, I got like 8 blocks done on that one. Not blocks, units. I really don't like filming on my phone. It's too small of a screen. Okay, so that was my quilting stuff. I did work on a couple of pieces from my magazine monthly challenge. Just a couple. I didn't work on very much this week other than Sal's. So let's see. Well, I worked on my little calendar piece. And that's what I got done. So this is on a 14 count French lace Ada, using flosses from my stash, both thrifted and DMC. And then I worked on this little Blackwork squirrel, which is going to be turned into an ornament for my older grandson. And all I got was a very small start. This is a 14 count Ada, using just flosses from my stash DMC. It sounds like everybody's arriving, so you may hear some background noise. And I also stitched on the Alsatian Redwork heart. And this is on a 28 count Irish linen from Michaels with 2 strands of DMC 115 variegated over 2 threads. So this will be my Sunday piece all this month. So hopefully I'll get to stitch on that today. So those are the only magazine pieces that I worked on. The rest that I worked on was all stitch along stuff. So, and one, I have one finished that I'll show you in a second. So I did work some more on the Stitching Book Club for Sense and Sensibility. And this is my progress. This is on a 28 count even weave that I hand dyed with Evening Blue. And I'm using the Call for DMC flosses on 2 strands over 2 threads. And I did start the Fat Quarter Shop Shine On Stitch Along. And this is their chart of the dates that each piece has to be finished. So I did start it, and what I did is this was the first week, and instead of going ahead and finishing it completely, I thought we would be going longer for basketball yesterday because I was hoping my older grandson would win and then would have another game later in the day. So I was going to get a lot of stitching done in between, but that didn't happen. So what I had done was just outline the X's so I could just fill in. So, and then this is the start of part 2. This is on 28 count even weave from Hobby Lobby using the call for Cosmo flosses, two strands over 2 threads. I thought I was going to do this on a Monaco, Monaco, but my Monaco pieces were not big enough. So the piece that I got from Hobby Lobby, the 28 count even weave, I don't remember what the size was, but I think it was like $20. Of course, I had a 20% off, the 40% off coupon, which they don't have anymore. But I've gotten the Stitching Book Club out of it, the Stronger Together, and then this piece, which, like I said, is huge. And I still have some more fabric left over, so I think it's been a pretty good value. So I also stitched on Prim and Proper, which is a Lori Holt pattern, and Fat Quarter Shop is doing the stitch along. And this is the bulk of what I worked on, really. So if you've been here a little while, you know I'm stitching in on black. It's a chalkboard black, 14 count Ada. And I'm using some of the Call for DMC, some My Choices DMC, and then I'm using Victorian Motto sampler threads. So I was supposed to be finished with this whole side right here, like from here down to here on the 10th, and I wasn't. So what I did is just left some parts that I need to fill in with the kind of aqua green color, and then I'll just every day put a length of thread in right there until that's completely filled in. I went ahead and moved on to the second part so that I kind of stay caught up. I'm absolutely loving the way it looks on the black. I'm very happy that I chose to do it on black. Look at those flowers, how pretty. So that is my whips for the week. I did have a finish. So I'm doing March Mayhem, which is a group on Facebook, and my version of it is to work on things that are close to being finished. So I've already gotten 3 pieces finished this month, and I showed those last week, and then I've got this piece. So this is Fat Quarter Shop's fundraiser for Make-A-Wish from last year called Bloom-Topia. It is a free pattern. They just ask that you donate to Make-A-Wish. And I stitched it on 14 count light aqua Ada that I picked up from Joanne using the call for DMCs, except for the lavender parts. I had to substitute that for a lighter blue that was called for because it just blended in with my fabric. This piece makes me happy when I look at it. It's bright and cheery and just so pretty. So this is what I've bought a year ago with the thought of finishing this piece on this. And this is just a frame that I picked up at Michael's. And I don't know if I'm gonna just do the piece by itself in the frame, or if I'm gonna make it, you know, do like skinny margins on the borders on the piece and then use a piece of fabric behind it. I haven't decided. That's what I stitched on this week. Yep, that's it. So I did have just a little bit of haul when I went to Michael's. I got those storage towers and looked at all the beautiful spring stuff. I wanted to get like one of everything, but I didn't. But I did get these artificial tulips. I thought these would be, some of these would be really pretty, you know, like on the bow. If I do a bow on this, I thought it would be really pretty with this. So I picked those up from Michael's. I did get my my next Prim Stitch series from Fat Quarter Shop. And I did go to the Salvation Army, and I must have already picked up, yeah, I did. I picked up something from my other video, and I didn't grab it. But I went to the Salvation Army, and they had just like a little frame. I'll show it next week. I picked that up for $1, and then I picked up this piece for $1. So I love Mardi Gras glass. My mom had Mardi Gras glass in the blue color, which I like more than I like this one, but I thought this was really pretty. So I figured I could do a round finish to put in here. Either make it like a little pin cushion or just a round pretty finish. So, and it was $1, so I couldn't pass it up. That's all my haul. Oh, one more thing, haul. I forgot this on my first time shooting this too. So I was watching Candy 614 Stitcher, and she showed this pattern, the MLK sampler. I had seen this when it first came out and liked it, but for some reason when she showed it on her video, I just knew I had to get it. I love the saying on it, and so I just went to Stone Street Stitchworks' Etsy shop and snapped it up. I think I would like to put, like, I like the quote, but I would like to put Martin Luther King Jr. somewhere on it. So, a couple of just like announcements, news type things. If you watch Brenda and the Cereal Starter, their video last Sunday, they shared that someone had suggested to them to do a Blackbird Stitch Along weekend. And so the first weekend in May, they are going to start that. You basically pick whatever Blackbird pattern you want to do, and that first weekend of every month we'll be stitching on it. So I have 2 of their books and at least one of their just like single patterns. So I just need to go through them and decide what I want to stitch for that. I definitely want to do that because I've been wanting to start one of their pieces. So I can't show you on my phone, but let me get it pulled up on my tablet. So I'm doing the Stitching Book Club, the Sense and Sensibility. I didn't know if I was going to do any of the other ones, but she posted a little sneak peek of the next one, which is Little Women, which, you know, that attracted me anyway. But when she showed the little sneak peek, I was like, yeah, I'm not on the fence anymore. I'm definitely stitching this. So pretty. And I'm loving the Sense and Sensibility one. So she's really got a lot of good books this year. It's Little Women, The Great Gatsby, and The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, I think. So I think those are the 4 with the Sense and Sensibility that we're doing right now. So I also wanted to talk about a local stitching group that I'm starting. So like a year ago, I created a page on Facebook, which I'll link below, with the idea of getting together some slow stitchers. As far as when I say slow, I don't know, it's kind of a negative hint to it, but just any, you know, stitching that you do with your hands and a needle or a hook, you know, hand quilting, cross stitch, needlepoint, smocking, tatting, crochet, knit, anything like that, anything that doesn't require a machine. So we were planning to start meeting a year ago, almost to the day right now, and lockdown happened, so we have not met at all in a year. But we are going to meet this coming Thursday, March the 18th, from 4:30 to 6:30, and we will meet in the Florence, Alabama Mall in the food court. So this first meeting, you know, of course, bring something to stitch on, bring any items you want to show for show and tell. We will be talking about, you know, what we want the group to be, how often we want to meet, where we want to meet, the times we want to meet, you know, whether we want to have, you know, monthly demonstrations or just let it happen, you know, organically as questions come up in the group. So, you know, if you're wanting to learn about cross stitch or any kind of handwork, you know, I know that anybody in the group would be happy to teach you anything that they know. So, I hope you're able to come and join us. I'm excited that we're finally going to get together to stitch. So they don't have, the only choices right now in the food court or a China buffet and heavenly ham or honey baked, and the pretzel maker. So, but I'm sure that you could bring your own food in if you wanted to. You don't have to bring anything. If you bring anything to drink, make sure it has a lid on it so we can keep our stitches safe from spillage. And you will have to wear a mask because the mall does require a mask at this point. But I think we'll have enough space to sort of spread out and be good social distanced. So, that's it. My plans for this coming week. I'm going to continue the sales that I've already started, and also going to start the new fundraiser from Fat Quarter Shop, which is Serendipity. That already started, actually. They said they were going to not start until the 15th, and then I guess they were waiting for all the quilt fabric to come in so they could start both at the same time. I guess they got it in earlier than they thought, so they went ahead and started it last Wednesday. And I thought about starting it, and then I was like, I just got too much going on this week, so I am just going to wait and start it on the 15th. That is a free pattern. They just ask that you know, donate to Make-A-Wish, and I think they suggest like $15, but you can do whatever you want to do. So I'll be starting that. I've already got the Navy Ada and the called for DMC flosses to start it. So I just have to put my flosses on flush drops and I'll be ready to go. And this week I'll hopefully get to stitch a little bit more on my magazine pieces and also on my weekly focus piece. I didn't stitch on my weekly focus at all this past week. And this week it's Beloved House from the Valentine House Trio. So I'll work on that. The next thing that I'm working on as far as March Madness, I believe, is going to be Quaker de Noël from Jardin Privé. I think that's the next one that I had on my list. I'm trying to think if there was something in between Bloom-Topia and it. I kind of, you know, looked at how much I had left to do on each piece and chose the ones that had the least to the most. So that's it. That's all I got. I hope you're all doing okay and that you get a lot of stitching time this coming week. And I will see you a week from today. Love you guys. Bye.